Today's film is an action comedy from 2025 titled Back in Action. The film opens with two CIA agents on a mission in Europe. They are directed by their head, Chuck, to invade one of the most wanted terrorists, named Gore, because he possesses something that endangers the entire world. The agents, Matt and Emily, meet Gore at his child's birthday party and secretly acquire his fingerprint and voice recording to open his safe. They steal a master key, which has the ability to hack any system in the world. Unfortunately, they're caught red-handed by Gore's security. Luckily, they're trained well, so they whip the security team in an instant and flee from the back exit, taking Chuck's directions. Once they've succeeded, Chuck wants them back and asks them to meet a MI6 agent named Baron, who will be providing them a private jet to reach home safely. Matt's face gets frowned to hear his name because he was Emily's former partner. He chugs this information down and meets Baron with Emily. Gladly, things go smoothly with Baron, and they board the plane. Once they're completely alone, Emily breaks the news to Matt about her pregnancy. To make sure the test was 100% accurate, she took multiple tests, all of which came back positive. Emily's worried this might end their relationship, but Matt accepts her along with her pregnancy and chooses to upbring the child by Emily's side. While they're having their happy moment, Emily suspects the staff for being unusual. Her intuition turns out to be right when she's ambushed by a staff member. He puts a gun to her head and asks Matt to hand the key over. Matt throws the box in his direction to distract him and retaliate. Everyone attacks them, so they fight back, thinking MI6 has gone rogue to possess the key for their own means. The man Matt pins down shoots his gun in Emily's direction. She dodges the bullet, which ends up killing the pilot. Due to this, the plane begins going downwards. Matt and Emily get the leeches off their backs and use a parachute to save themselves just before the plane falls in the deepest pits of the snowy mountains and crash. The two walk their way up to the mountaintop, where they decide not to report the CIA and let them assume they died in the plane crash. This way, they can retire and raise a family together. Scenes are now shifted to 15 years later. Matt and Emily have raised two children, Alice and Leo. This morning, they drive their kids to school. Alice announces that she won't be coming home after school because she has a study session with her friend. Leo, on the other hand, is seen wearing a hideous ring, which usually old people wear to monitor their blood pressure. Once both kids leave, Emily takes out her Amazon-purchased binoculars to spy on her kids out of old habits. As Matt and Emily gasp seeing Alice kiss a senior student, Alice spots them and calls them for a scolding session. Out of embarrassment, the two speed away. Emily starts becoming concerned for Alice once she doesn't show up till night. She hacks her laptop to see what she's up to and asks Leo for further help. He rats out the name of Alice's friend, which is not the one Alice mentioned earlier. Matt and Emily track Alice through a secretly installed app and drive to a club, where she's drinking and partying with adults.
Oh my gosh.
Emily stops her and angrily asks her to return home with them. While Alice acts like a rebellious teenager, some adult men interfere and force Alice to stay. When a man gropes Alice's arm, Emily gets triggered and unleashes her wrath on that guy. Another guy attacks Matt, so he reveals his moves too to defend himself. Matt snatches a guy's phone who is recording them. Matt deletes the video but doesn't delete it from the recycle bin. When they return home, they lie to Alice about taking couples martial arts lessons for self-defense. That night, Emily becomes ecstatic and wants to become a spy again, but Matt calms her down by making her throw punches at him. Meanwhile, Leo alerts Alice of their parents spying on their technology and asks her to keep her passwords protected. After they send the kids to school the next morning, Chuck pays them a surprise visit. After showing them their club fighting gone viral on media, he pollutes their heads with nonsense about Baron joining forces with Gore to come after them and look for the key. As he's telling them they're in great danger, someone shoots Matt dead on the spot. The men multiply and begin shooting at Emily and Matt's house. They rush inside and keep their heads low. They go to their garage and take out their emergency kit. They send out their main car to divert the shooters and flee in their van. The men shoot at the van too, but Emily's driving skills save them. When they're on the road, Matt reveals that the men have the right to be after them because he never gave away the key and kept it hidden in Emily's mother's house. Emily becomes outrageous upon this revelation, but they don't get to resolve their issue because the shooters catch up to them and begin shooting at them. Matt mixes Alice's Mentos with soda and throws it at the shooters. The soda bottle splashes all over their windshield and blocks their view. This causes their car to hit a giant truck and fly off in the air. Now that they've been exposed, they pull their kids out of school and head straight to the airport. Emily comes up with a lie for the kids about their sudden runaway and tells them she's taking them to England to visit their dying grandmother. The kids don't buy this, so Emily promises to reveal the truth when the time is right. When they land in England the next morning, Baron shows up with his team after they leave. Meanwhile, Emily and Matt have nowhere to go, so they take the public bus. Matt spots a dude parking his car, so he decides to get off right away. When that same dude is getting on the bus, Emily purposefully bumps into him and steals his car keys. She secretly hands them to Matt, who steals his car and tells the kids it's a rental. Back at the airport, Baron sees the surveillance footage and confirms Emily and Matt have returned. He asks his team to tap their phones and fingerprints to track them down. Emily and Matt stay on the road until night. They stop by a gas station to refill the car's fuel tank and send the kids inside the store to buy something to eat. There, Alice connects to free reception and Googles her parents on Google to see who they really are. However, Google shows no such results. Emily's phone gets tapped by Gore's men and Baron at the same time. Gore's men start showing up at the gas station first, so Matt turns the fuel pipe into a flamethrower and burns them alive.
What the?
Emily fights the remaining bad guys while Matt runs to the store to escort the kids. As they drive away, Baron spots them and takes a sharp turn to catch them. Matt opens the car's roof and shoots the giant pipes being carried away on a transportation vehicle. This causes all the pipes to fall and block their way. Once they have no one tailing them, Matt and Emily finally come clean to their kids nervously. Surprisingly, the kids become excited about their truth and root for them. On their way, they try to figure out how they were traced and find out from the kids about them using free reception. Emily scolds them for not staying off grid, while Matt throws out their phone. The phone lands on a vehicle heading the other way, which Baron traces and shows his team so they can follow them. The next morning, Emily and Matt take the kids to the mother's mansion in the outskirts. The kids' grandmother, Ginny, startles them as she's shooting birds. Emily introduces the kids to Ginny, but she reveals that Matt had already secretly kept her posted on the kids. While Emily gets mad at Matt's secret relations with Ginny, Ginny takes them inside and introduces them to her boyfriend, Nigel, who's half her age. Back on Baron's side, he finds the vehicle with the kid's phone and realizes Matt and Emily are smart enough to lead him in the wrong direction. He now uses the satellite view to track them down and finds out they're taking shelter in Ginny's house, who's also a spy. Back in the mansion, the kids are left with Nigel to explore his gadgets, while Matt and Emily find the key and secure it. When they return to the mansion, they find out Chuck is alive and has their family hostage.
Where's our kids?
Back off. You back up.
Look, we have what you're looking for.
All right? Oh, right here.
Here, he reveals that their running away with the key cost Chuck his job. His wife also left him to rot, due to which he was waiting for a moment to sabotage them. He also admits that he lied about Baron being the bad guy and staged his death. He now trades the kids for the keys. He doesn't stand by his words and kidnaps the kids for a day so Matt and Emily don't come to take the key again. Once he flies away in his helicopter, Matt and Emily monitor Ginny's surveillance footage and spot Leo flashing them his ring. They access the app linked to the ring and find out their exact location. That night, Chuck electrocutes a security guard and enters an exclusive building. Matt and Emily also come after him. He closes the deal with Gore, which prompts Gore to send his men. Chuck gives his partner, Daphne, the key and asks her to show their bidders the wrath of the key. Daphne causes a temporary blackout in the entire city and takes down the river barriers to let in the Atlantic Ocean and flood the entire city. Chuck is only doing this to get the bidders to bid hundreds of millions. Downstairs, Emily and Matt finish off the security team. They finally get to meet Baron, who supports them since they were never the bad guys. He helps them take down Chuck. When Chuck hears about this, he flees from there without shutting the barriers. He escapes on his riverboat with the kids. When Emily and Matt go after them, they're cornered by Gore's men. Luckily, Ginny shoots them with her sniper and lets the two steal motorbikes and speed away to the riverside. Gore's men come after them, but they trick them and get on a boat. Back in the city, Nigel spots Daphne running with the key. He hits her van with his car and steals her key. He asks Ginny to help him shut the barriers, but has trouble finding the option. Meanwhile, Emily and Matt get on Chuck's boat and take down his men. Nigel finally succeeds in shutting down the barriers, but Matt and Emily realize Chuck's boat is about to be crashed into the barriers. They push their kids into the river with life jackets on and fight Chuck to keep him on the boat. Once it reaches near the barrier, the two jump off and watch Chuck fry in the explosion. As the family is saved and the key is handed over to the CIA by Ginny, the film ends. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome recaps.